Hey everybody, education for the week, and it's about why you do not need to change your entire diet every time we cut your calories. Alright, so I'm going to give you some top tips to free up some brain space and to cause you less stress. So the longer you're with me, right, the more we will need to cut your calories. So obviously for fat loss, you all know this, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And while we might start you out at a very small calorie deficit, as your weight drops, because you're being awesome, your calories will need to drop as well. Now, this is an individual thing. It could be every 6 months, it could be every 8 months, it could be every 2 months. It depends, all right? So don't be stressing about that. But just say, for example, right, I was on 2,000 calories and in my fat loss plateaued, right? I was doing everything else that I should have been doing, but we had to cut my calories to 1,800. So that's 200 calories that I've dropped per day, all right? So instead of trying to think about new things to eat, etc., etc., which you can do anytime, by the way, but you don't have to do it. What you would like to do is take the food that you're eating at the moment and just make the portions smaller. So for example, I had baked oats this morning, right? They've got lots of ingredients in it, but the two main ingredients are 30 grams of porridge oats and 50 grams of Greek yogurt. So I could cut my porridge oats to 25 grams of porridge oats, and I could cut the Greek yogurt to 40 grams of Greek yogurt. All right, so that's a smaller portion, therefore less calories. However, it's fairly, the cut that I'm taking off at each is fairly small, so in all fairness, I probably wouldn't notice. So that's what I mean by eat the same things but make a smaller portion. All right, so for example, if I was having a snack and I usually have an apple and 2 baby bells, I could have 1 baby bell and I could literally go to the supermarket and find a smaller apple because there's less calories in it. Or I could change my apple to some grapes or some raspberries or a tangerine or something that's less calories. All right, for my lunch I'm having 150 grams of noodles, 200 grams of chicken, 150 grams of veg and a stir fry sauce. All right, so I could cut my noodles to say 100 grams, that's 50 grams less noodles. I could cut my chicken from 200 to 175 grams, and I could cut my veg from 150 grams to 120 grams, say for example. All right, the only thing you need to pay attention to is obviously you're still trying to hit your macros. So if your calories have reduced, your macros will have reduced, or your macro splits will have reduced as well. So you still want to hit your protein goal, you still want to hit your carbs goal, but because you're reducing your calories, you need to tweak things around a bit. All right, so smaller portions of exactly the same food. Something as simple as, totally got a banana here, right? So if you're eating a banana that weighs X amount, and when you weigh it out the skin, right, it's 120 grams, a large banana, you could go to the supermarket and buy a bunch of small bananas. So your banana would only be 80 calories instead of 120, for example, all right, or 80 grams instead of 120. This is the things that I need you to think about, all right? It's not 100% technical, right? It's not rocket science, but sometimes it takes up too much brain space to go and find new foods. So just think about eating smaller portions of what you're eating already. What we don't want to do is go from 3 meals and 2 snacks and then you have a drama when I cut your calories and then you cut your 2 snacks out because you'll just feel robbed. All right, so just make everything a little bit smaller and then you can still eat as many times as you normally would during the day. All right, shout if you need anything. Bye bye.